From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
Welcome. Thank you for watching. Meet my co-host. My studio audience. All right, let's get started. It's time for Hot Topic. Thank you, welcome. So, I am so happy that Ben Affleck has finally come to his senses. Well, he and that 22-year-old chippy have broken up. And this is according to People magazine. Yeah, so you know it's true. Ben reportedly ended things with Sean to focus on his sobriety. Now, I think it was a combination of things. You know, I think it was more about people going to him, like his guy friends, like, what are you doing? You know, Jen is a really good girl. We understand that you're getting to, see, it must suck when you have a wife that your guy friends actually like. Like, you couldn't picture Jen being unliked by his guy friends. They all come over, she brings the brownies out. In my head, the kids are always clean. All the socks have matches, right? But I wonder if Jen had anything to do with it. I think that she did, and I don't think it was about him getting back together with her, not right now. They're not ready for that, they just got the divorce. I think it really is about him taking a cold, hard look at what people are talking about with him with this girl versus focusing on his sobriety. He was only there for 40 days. He's been in and out of rehab. And a 22-year-old playmate is not exactly the girl that a 47-year-old father of three, 45? Same thing. A 45-year-old father of three, you know, who has substance issues, you know, and a lovely ex-wife. This is not what he needs right now, at least not on the up high. You know, that's what the back door is for. You know, you race them through the back door and you send them on their way. You don't start a relationship and take her to Montana, to the family condo. She's all holding fish and being comfortable. She don't want you, old man, and you know what? And you don't want her. You've built a great life for yourself. Enjoy it and get well soon. The following story has absolutely rocked the Hot Topics Bureau. There are cracks in the wall and the carpet rolled up. On its own. You know Terrence Jay, right? Terrence Jay, like a lovely young man that, oh, woo, woo, woo. Terrence Jay, we know him from so many places, but mostly we know him for 106 in Park when he was at BET. But he's moved on from there. At one point, he was on Extra or Access Hollywood or one of those shows. You know, he runs around Hollywood. He gets along with Jamie Foxx and all them. You know, he's the perfect foil to a diabolical plan. But he's not diabolical. He's Terrence Jay. Do you know what I mean? Like nice. Too nice for us. How old is Terrence?
Terrence Jay is 36.
36. All right. And remember, he used to date that model from, oh gosh, what was her name? Anyway, Terrence Jay is at the center of a hit-and-run investigation. It pains me to say that he and his girlfriend smashed his McLaren sports car worth $200,000 into a tree on Tuesday around 2:30 a.m. Now it's being alleged that she was the one driving. It was, remember what time it was, 12:30. So eyewitnesses said that Terrence and his girlfriend got out and fled the scene in another car. See, that's where it gets sticky. This is not the Terrence Jay we know. He's not a scene fleer. The car was registered to him. Where'd you get all that money, Terrence Jay? License, insurance, he had the perfect, he was, all of his paperwork was correct. A lot of times in LA, they stunt and will rent a car, you know what I mean? Just to impress. But all right now, Terrence Jay, well, fortunately, they were able to get out and they weren't hurt. They weren't hurt. So, and fortunately, nobody else was hurt. Nobody else was involved except for Terrence, his girlfriend, and the tree. Now, I don't know how fast they were going, but that looks pretty fast. I wonder if they were coming from partying. Well, Terrence also, see, nobody was hurt, so then you look at that and you say, oh my gosh, well, it's only me and my girlfriend, and fortunately, we're both well, so it's just a car. I have my insurance. It's in the glove compartment with the registration, and I'll get another one or whatever. But it turns out he is gonna have to pay up. You know why? Because the car damaged a water line near a business, and the water line had to be shut off. So now, the business could potentially sue Terrence Jay. This is in my opinion. We just got our lobby redone. The carpet is beautiful. The chairs are now ruined. So you just, a very litigious society, who knows? But again, no one was hurt. Who's that, Terrence Jay, with you? All right now, Terrence Jay. The thing is that you should never flee the scene of an accident. It makes you look guilty. Like, why'd you run? What happened? And who picked you up? Because now that person is involved with the whole case, helping you flee the scene. It's not like you could hide the McLaren, like, dude, just, pick us up around the block. Look, I'm gonna follow this story. This is a very sad story, but fortunately, again, no one was hurt. And so if you're Terrence, do you break up with the girl immediately? What? Well, I'd have to think about it. I'd have to simmer for a good week afterwards as the lawsuits come in or whatever's going, I'd have to think about it because I don't know this girl, but I know girls that look like her. Terrence, you can get another. Just saying. Just saying. Crash my McLaren, will you? All right, so Kanye West. Well, he's going places we've never been, other than on class trips. He's going to the White House tomorrow. Yep, there he is. There he is. There he is. He's White House ready, I'll tell you. So he's gonna meet with the president about prison reform. That's he and Kim's platform. And also Kanye will be meeting with the son-in-law, Jared Kushner, for the first time. I think. Anyway, he's gonna meet with him before the president. And then he's gonna have lunch with the president. What do you think they have to eat? I immediately said, McDonald's or KFC. Yeah. I mean, the president loves junk food, and clearly Kanye does. So, does that make Kanye, does he have the title Director of Communications for the Office of Public Liaison? Or does he have Director of All Black People? Well, that public liaison, that was Omarosa's. Oh, so we saying that secretly Kanye has slid into the White House? He's about to get himself a position? I'll tell you. And then Trump has done an about face. Remember back in 2009 when Kanye interrupted Taylor Swift's speech, you know, at the VMAs. That's when Trump defended Taylor, calling for everybody to boycott Kanye and Kanye's music and whatever Kanye does. Back then, that's 2009. Now, he's inviting them to the White House, and Trump can't stand Taylor, you know, because Taylor's now Politico. She's endorsing 2 Democrat politicians. She did that this past week, or early over the weekend, whatever. So he says about her, he doesn't say he hates her. He says he just likes her music now, 25% less. How long do you think that lunch will last? You know? And is there going to be a shoot for when Kanye's and the president are done? The president just presses the button and Kanye drops down and leaves? And what do you think Omarosa feels about this? Omarosa, see, the thing is that the times that you were in the time that you were in the White House, you spent more time taping people and then hawking your book, and I don't know that you got anything done through that office of public liaison. It seems to me like Kim has already gotten one thing done. She got somebody, you know, out of jail, and Kanye's about to do something. And Trump likes these people because a lot of celebrities don't like Trump, but Trump loves celebrity culture. Like if you're a celebrity, now's the time. Now, if you ever want to go to the White House, if you've ever thought about being friends with a president, if that's important to you at this particular time, he's available. He is available. You know what I want to watch on Friday? The long-suffering Melania at 9 o'clock. Suzanne, I forget what channel.
Wait.
Is it ABC?
Oh, fill me in. I didn't know this.
Yes.
She's giving an interview?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
First sit down, 1 full hour, just
Oh, it's
her.
gonna be so good.
Look, I want to watch it with a pad.
Yes.
How many times does she blink in 30 seconds?
Uh-huh.
You know, little stuff like that.
Yes.
You know, does she move her neck? Or does she turn?
See what
like
she's
this?
wearing, probably something.
See what she's wearing, but I just want to see
inappropriate.
like how she's going to play off being long and suffering. You know?
Yes. Oh, it's gonna be good.
And whether she starts hinting and making slick remarks about wanting a divorce sooner than later. Anyway, I'll be watching. I'll fill you in. So, you know Chris Hemsworth? Chris Hemsworth is Thor. And he says being wealthy makes him feel gross. He says that he worries that his 3 young children are going to grow up spoiled. He has a 6-year-old son and 2 4-year-old twins. And he's worth an estimated $90 million. So in the meantime, just the other week, I was telling you about this mega mansion that he built for $9 million. The neighbors can't stand it. They say it brings down the quality of the neighborhood because it looks like a mall or something. And the other neighbors' homes are like these little dots on plots of land. If anything, they should be happy. He's elevated the neighborhood. Only thing I would do with a house like this is I would push it a little closer to the beach. You know, just a little closer. But yeah, so he's worried about that. Here's what you can do though, if you're so worried about that, Chris. Give your kids small allowances or small things to do. Not right now, 4-year-olds aren't gonna listen. But certainly as they get older. And then have them working around the house doing odd jobs. The house certainly is big enough. Weed the cracks, spray the petunias, pick the oranges or whatever grows there. That's in Australia. I don't know whether they have orange trees there. But, and then when they finally are old enough, have them get their working papers at school, like everybody else did, and then have them get a job. And not a fancy job that you call up like a big shot to get them. Have them get a regular job, like with a help wanted sign in the window. That, like, you know, the ice cream shop or the sandwich shop or something like that. I think that that's a perfect job for a kid's first job, you know what I mean? Like, not something fancy where Chris is gonna hook him up, the boy's gonna have a cubicle, you know, in some CEO situation. Yeah. Wah, 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 rich people's problems. I love the following story. I've been trying to get to it, but every day something else has come up, like commercials. Look, Cher's Malibu mansion was doubling as a drug den until recently. Simmer down, simmer down. Without her knowledge. That's what she says. But it's a mansion, so you know there's a lot of windows and doors and wings and stuff. There's even separate houses, I guess, in the back, I don't know. This is the deal. Cher's assistant, okay, and her 23-year-old son were both living with Cher. The son was arrested after cops found tons of narcotics, all kind of stuff, in Cher's home. All paraphernalia. No, they found the fentanyl powder. Oh, they found the Xanax. And around 20 other unknown pills, plus a box of bullets. Cops are now believing that the boy sold heroin to a guy who overdosed in September. Cher wasn't home when the cops got there. I gotta tell you something right now. This must have been an assistant that's been with Cher for like, 25 or 30 years. Cher really trusts the assistant. And Cher is an around-the-clock business, People are calling her from Dubai when it's only, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The phone's ringing, buy, sell, it's Cher. You're in the business of Cher. But I don't know that the assistant had to live there. And then, why was the assistant's 23-year-old son living there? When somebody works for you for a long time, I would imagine you don't want to see them out, on their own. And you're just like, girl, my mansion's big enough. You take that wing over there. Don't make a peep and we'll continue business. But somewhere along the way, and Cher's probably had been with this girl, like I said, for years and years and years and years and years. Probably remembers when the boy was born, you know what I mean? I remember when he was born. Well, I gotta tell you something right now. 23-year-old is nothing but trouble because they're confused. Even the good ones, You just graduate from Yale, boola, boola, boola. You're still confused too. You're trying to figure out, your life. And then there's the other side of the track, drug dealers and it's just a really confusing time of, I'll tell you what, just look at them. And I don't mean to judge people by their looks, but you're not living in my house. I mean, he looks like he could be cute if he straightened up. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's straightened or uppened. If I were Cher, I would say, I want everybody out now. To the assistant, Marjorie or whatever her name is, you're not fired, but you are evicted. And for all the money that you've been saving living here at the mansion for whatever amount of time she's been living there, you've saved money for first, last, and security. Go up the street and get an apartment. Like I said, girl, you're not fired, you're just evicted. As a matter of fact, I'm Cher. I'll give you a little raise. And I would imagine that there's so many kitchens and stuff in Cher's mansion that Cher was not really, stepping over guns and bullets on the floor to try to get to the orange juice in the kitchen. I couldn't picture that. But you know what I can picture? I can picture this kid using the fact that, all right, he's in Hollywood. I don't know what he does for a living. Nothing. sell stuff. But I can picture him using the power of living in Cher's mansion and knowing that Cher, you know, does Vegas, Cher's in London, Cher's every place. And he has his old dusty friends rolling up in there, fentanyling and looking at bullets. Cher everybody out, change the locks. There's a video, it's going viral. This family in Virginia. You know that gender reveal stuff that people do? Well, maybe it's just me. Other than, you know, when they came on the other day, you know, and they gendered and they revealed here on the show. Who came on?
Oh, A1 and Lyrica.
Right, when A1 and Lyrica came. But we didn't have to go out to see that. I mean, they came here, you know. We didn't have to wear a nice dress and go to a garden party and sit and eat, you know, sit and tolerate people and act like we're excited, looking at our watch and say, okay, it's time to go home. They came, they revealed here on the show. All right, now. There's a family in Virginia, though, their gender reveal has gone viral. Take a look at this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's clear.
What damn? Twin. Y'all don't stress me out.
I didn't find it funny, but I'm glad you did. We have more great show for you, everybody. Up next, the one and only Dr. Oz. So grab a snack and come on back.